Ivan Lester McGuire was well known in the small town of Franklin, North Carolina. At 35 years old, he wasn't just another skydiver, he was considered an expert, with over 800 successful jumps. He worked as a cameraman at the Franklin County Sports Parachute Center. Back in the 1980 seconds, skydiving footage wasn't captured with tiny action cameras like today. Instead, Ivan had to strap a bulky VHS recorder to his helmet, with heavy cables leading to equipment he carried on his body. On April 2nd, 1988, Ivan had already completed 2 exhausting jumps that day. But when he was asked to film one more dive, he didn't hesitate. He boarded the small aircraft, sitting shoulder to shoulder with the instructor and a first-time client. As the plane climbed past 10,000 feet, Ivan prepared his camera. He jumped first, angling his head so his camera caught the client's terrified but excited face as they fell. Everything seemed normal until it was Ivan's turn to deploy his parachute. When he reached for his ripcord, nothing was there. At first, he thought it was stuck. He clawed at his jumpsuit, searching in panic. And then, the horrifying realization hit him. Ivan wasn't wearing a parachute at all. All that weight on his back was just the VHS equipment. The last words captured on tape were his terrified whisper, "Oh my God, no." The footage blurred as he plummeted toward the woods at 150 miles per hour. He likely died instantly on impact. Investigators later recovered the broken tape and confirmed there was no foul play. But how could such an experienced skydiver make a mistake this fatal? Some believe Ivan was simply exhausted and absent-mindedly confused the heavy camera gear for his parachute. Others think those around him mistook the backpack for a rig and didn't notice he was missing the most important piece of equipment. Whatever the reason, the recording of Ivan's final moments remains one of the most haunting skydiving accidents ever captured. On January 15, 2023, Yeti Airlines Flight 691 departed Kathmandu, Nepal, bound for the tourist city of Pokhara. It was supposed to be a short, routine domestic flight. On board was 2 5-year-old Sonu Jaiswal, an adventurous young man from India. He was traveling with 3 of his friends, excited to experience paragliding in the mountains. As the plane began its descent, Sonu pulled out his phone. He went live on Facebook, smiling into the camera, showing his friends laughing, the blue skies outside, and the city of Pokhara below. His viewers saw pure joy and anticipation. But less than a minute later, joy turned to terror. The camera shook violently, passengers screamed, and then silence. The live stream didn't stop. Instead, it showed orange flames rushing into view, the cabin filling with smoke, and then nothing but fire. Sonu's family and friends, watching live, had just seen him perish. All 72 people on board were killed. The crash investigation revealed a devastating mistake. While preparing to land, the co-pilot accidentally feathered both engines, essentially shutting them down mid-air. With no thrust, the aircraft stalled and spiraled out of control, crashing just before the runway. It was one of Nepal's deadliest aviation disasters in years, and because of Sonu's live stream, the world witnessed the final moments inside the cabin: laughter, confusion, terror, and fire. June 16, 2013. In the Russian city of Lipetsk, a crowd gathered to watch an old building being demolished. Among them was 29-year-old Yevgeny Tuff. He pulled out his phone to record, standing farther back than most, almost twice the distance of the workers ahead of him. He believed he was safe. The excavator began pulling the wall down. Dust filled the air. The building tilted. Yevgeny's camera caught the moment bricks began to break away. But then, something unexpected happened. Instead of collapsing straight down, the wall twisted midair. Tons of debris launched sideways straight toward Yevgeny. The 2 men in front of him narrowly avoided the impact. Yevgeny didn't. His phone captured the moment he was struck and thrown to the ground. By the time paramedics arrived, his injuries were catastrophic. Crushed bones, organ damage, severe brain trauma. He died shortly after reaching the hospital. His video became key evidence in proving the demolition company had failed to secure the site. They were charged with negligence. But no legal ruling could undo the fact that a man had lost his life all because he thought he was standing at a safe distance. 29-year-old Tavi Pustiu was a rising pop star in Romania. With his energetic style and charisma, he was on the path to stardom. On August 15, 2020, he sat in the passenger seat of a car his wife driving. As they cruised through the city of Ploiești, Tavi went live on social media, singing along to music, smiling, and smoking. But then, they approached a railway crossing. His wife slowed, looked both ways, and drove forward. The live stream suddenly erupted into chaos. A deafening train horn, Tavi's panicked scream, and then silence. A speeding train had plowed into the car, destroying it instantly. Tavi was killed on impact. His wife survived, but was left in critical condition. What chills many to this day is a Facebook post Tavi made just weeks earlier. One day, the wrong train will take you to the right destination. His fans would later look back at that post with disbelief, wondering if it was an eerie premonition of his tragic fate.